Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, present, or the future. Take the parts that resonate, leave the rest behind. If you'd like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you are aware of any new videos that I upload or the very few times that I go live. Haven't gone live in a little bit, but we'll get back to that soon. Alright, I hope everybody's doing good and feeling good. Let's jump in. I'm not going to do an oracle pull. We're just going to dip straight into tarot. See what else comes out. Alright. Okay. It looks like somebody needs to make a decision to put an end to something, to move on from something. It will create a tower, but the tower is course correction. It's a change in direction. But two things I feel need to happen. One, I do feel like there needs to be discussion. Maybe not so much a discussion, but somebody needs to speak clearly. Okay. This may have something to do with work. And if it's not work, it could have something to do with a marriage, or it could have something to do with someone's like educational pursuits. It's almost like I heard taking what you learned, so taking what they learned and turning it into something else, or working towards taking that knowledge and transmuting it into something viable, like a business maybe. I get the impression that whoever I'm talking to, okay, so it's like, it's funny, and I'm only because I was getting into my second reading for today, and I use a different deck, but this is similar. I'm doing a different spread, and I'm using a different deck, but this is similar to the energy of the very last reading that I did. And I only got in like 10 minutes, but the dog started barking. Amazon dropped something off, and it turned into a little chaos for a second. So, but this feels like there's someone here that may have like some kind of an idea, right? But in order for them to execute the idea, there's something that they need to walk away from. They got to take this leap. There's something that they would have to walk away from, and that is gonna create change. But this person needs to also make a decision, right? Part of the dilemma here is it feels like there's something. It's like, so my generation, I'm Gen X, but most people in my generation grew up, our parents were boomers or whatever, and so your parents are probably, your parents were like really into the whole, work a job, get in, work a job, stay there 20, 30 years, retire with a pension and all that, right? This energy feels like this, whoever I'm talking to may have been building towards that, but discovering that that's not something that they really like, that this isn't there. It doesn't feel very emotionally fulfilling. So it could be that they're doing work that is not emotionally fulfilling. That could be it. And it also kind of feels like this person may, it's not like they don't have the confidence, definitely somebody has the skill. I'm talking to somebody who does have the skill and know-how. So if they wanted to be an entrepreneur, they actually could be. But this person feels very rooted in the experience of working a job to be financially stable. It's a weird energy. And all this person has to do is see something from a different perspective and gain the courage to walk towards their destiny, because I feel like something's being illuminated to them. They just got to overcome their fear, because in the last reading, and I'm not even going to put that on the cutting room floor because it literally got real chaotic and there were lots of long breaks and pauses, because the energy was kind of conflicting and weird for me. But it definitely felt like all the way across, it was this energy of like push and pull. And remember yesterday we talked about, like, if you're in a position where you feel like a resistance, that means it's not in alignment. And so for every time that there was an opportunity for somebody to make moves, there was always a resistance, and the resistance kind of centered around the fear of the unknown. And it was like, if you could just get past the fear of the unknown, it's very coded to Pisces North Node and Virgo South Node, where you're just supposed to trust in the divine and listen to your intuition and allow your intuition to guide you so that you can just kind of flow, right? Instead of being really rigid in a certain expectation and outcome. Oh my God, this person is just really, they're just not taking the action. And I think it has a lot to do with confidence. But just like I said in the reading yesterday, just on the other side of the decision, like, there's fear, but like there's abundance. There's so much abundance and happiness on this side, but what's keeping them from it is the fear, the lack of confidence. And while they don't want to necessarily, and I kind of feel like this person may be very prideful, so they don't even want to call it that. Like, they don't want to, they may not want to admit to themselves that they don't necessarily have the confidence. But the thing is that whoever this person is, whatever they do, like this could be somebody who does something and they've worked at something for a really long time. They've got a really solid foundation in it. They're good at it, but they're just not fulfilled where they are. And part of the lesson for them has been like, look at what you can accomplish. Look at all that you've been able to accomplish all by yourself. What makes this any different? Because the work that you do, whoever I'm talking to, the work that you do is a reflection of you and your dedication. Why are you resisting? And I even feel like somebody has even been in this person's ear. It could have been you. I don't know who you are. I don't even know where you are. I'm just telling the story here. It's almost like somebody is even putting it in somebody's ear, this person that's hesitating, putting it in their ear like, look, there's so much potential here. There's so much opportunity. There's so much this. And this person is just not taking the action. They got a brilliant idea. There's a brilliant idea out here, and this person is afraid to execute. Listen. Whatever they're experiencing or wherever they are now, it's like maybe at one point it had been kind of a nightmarish environment. Like to say, we'll use the job as an example. It's like, based on experience and what you've already done and what you've already experienced, you kind of, the worry shouldn't be there because you already have slayed the demon. All is left is for you to get past your fear of the unknown and just make a decision to move towards something new. Go towards something that you actually love. Okay. Yeah, I said wherever this person is, whatever you're doing, like this could be somebody that goes to work and they're just not happy. Just not happy, and it's time for somebody to make a decision. You may have even been there for a really long time. A long time, and you're not happy there. It doesn't bring you any wish fulfillment. You don't enjoy the aspects of being there. You have so much potential to do something else, but still a decision needs to be made to stop investing time and energy and just take what you yes to make the decision to cut it away. And just, it's like what are you afraid of? Maybe it's like somebody who may have like started something or tried to lean into like an entrepreneurial role at one point, and say maybe they didn't dedicate enough to, okay, thank you, Spirit. So in the past, if somebody had, say, ventured down an entrepreneurial route, right? I get a bright idea, let me execute it, right? But maybe the experience, there's something in that experience that didn't, I don't know, it wasn't very satisfying. But I also believe the reason why it wasn't that satisfying is because this person may have given up on it before it could actualize something greater. Before, it's like that. We know that the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of the deck, but we also know that that's like one of the beginning points of like working and building towards something that is foundational and solid. That way the tower can't come in and just wipe it out with any little blip, right? So I kind of think that maybe somebody ventured into something. You have the skill. Whoever I'm talking to has the skill, has everything that they need, but because maybe the initial energy of the way they went about it. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I'm like, they're telling me to tell my story really quick. So when I launched my paint business in 2018, which actually was kind of funny. I'm an artist. I am a self-taught artist. I've been drawing my whole life from the time I could pick up a pencil. But I've never been a painter. That was never my genre thing or anything. And one night in 2017, I was feeling like really stressed out and weird. And so I got online. I bought a ticket to a paint and sip just so that I could just kind of zone out and do my own thing. And then when I came back from that class, I was convinced that I wanted to quit my job and be an artist for the rest of my life. Now, while my husband was looking at me a little weird, because in the 20 years at that time, in the 20 years that we had been married, he had never actually seen me with a paintbrush in my hand. He was like, if that's what you want to do, I'll go ahead, I'll support you, whatever. I quit my job at the end of 2017 because the business that I was working for also was going through some shifts and changes. And they were relocating, and I didn't want to move with them because it would have been further away from my home, and I was already going through a lot, like taking care of my mom who was going through dialysis, and it was just a lot. I was doing a lot at that time, and I didn't want to move with them, but they wouldn't let me work from home. So I was like, okay, something's got to give. I launched that business. I invested a bunch of money and bought all these supplies and all this stuff, but the business really, I didn't spend a whole lot of time, like, I don't think I did enough groundwork. I was just excited about the prospect of, doing it, but I also did it in the wrong energy because I was trying to piggyback off of the California 420 law. So I was like, ooh, I could do paint and puff and, puff and paint, and that would be all great and whatever. But I couldn't find a venue that would let us smoke inside. It was just not enough planning. Right? But it's almost like getting into this entrepreneurial thing, and because it doesn't springboard and launch the way that you want it to, giving up prematurely without putting in like the work. I eventually did. I mean, I don't think this definitely isn't me. I at the time didn't really put in the kind of legwork that I needed to, and so I kind of feel like I was divinely led and guided to do all these other artistic ventures outside of what my main goal was, to kind of put me in a position to be ready to do what I'm doing right now. While we're not smoking, while we're painting, I am still hosting paint classes. I'm just hosting it with a different audience, right? And so for this person, it feels very much like they may have initiated originally, like started to do something, but they didn't really put enough effort and energy into building the foundation of it. And so it left them with like, you know, kind of a bad taste in their mouth, like, I don't want to do that again because it didn't really work out the first time. Well, it didn't work out the first time because you didn't really put in all of the time, effort, and energy. You didn't have all the research. You didn't do all the background work beforehand, right? And so now I think someone's being challenged to make a new decision, but to do this, to when you're doing it this time, to do it the right way. It's like revisit something from the past to see, it's like revisiting this thing from the past to see that maybe when you initiated the reason why you weren't happy with the results is because you may have like bailed out too soon. Instead of taking the time to like turn that 7 of Pentacles to 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody here they stopped before they actually had time to like get it going. Oh my God. And all it just requires is somebody to make a decision. Really, it just requires them to make a decision, because it feels like there's an opportunity here that could be, I heard, robust and abundant. And it's just the fact that this person hasn't taken the action. That's what it is. It lacked self-reflection. This person hasn't really thought about, because remember I talk about the 10 of Cups, like when you have a clear idea of what your 10 of Cups looks like, then you know how to navigate the energy so that you are only focused on the result. 10 of Cups. I don't really care how we get to the 10 of Cups, but you got to be really clear about what your 10 of Cups entails. Did that make sense? You got to be real clear about what your 10 of Cups entails. And I feel like this individual, I could be talking to a man or woman, because I do have masculine and feminine cards out here. Positive, like really good positive cards. I have them out here, but it could be either or. It's just requiring somebody to do a little bit more self-reflection, to really ask themselves, what is it that I want? And then once you decide what it is that you want, this is my 10 of Cups. And all of these things would need to be in place for me to feel that abundance of the 10 of Cups. Like that would fulfill everything. I think if this person, that's been part of the lesson, for them to kind of pause and because I do feel like there's somebody here in their corner that's telling them like, hey, giving them information, supportive, encouraging information about what they can do. But there's just this resistance. Maybe resistance is a harsh word. Not harsh, but like more of a heavy word. And it's not so much, it's fear. It's fear. It's a lack of confidence and fear. And the fact that somebody hasn't really considered, like they haven't really taken the time to just kind of sit with themselves and think about what it is that they want to take action on. Because they're worried about, oh, this is such a weird energy. It's like somebody being worried about, I mean, I get it, being worried about their stability. So like if the job is the thing that pays the bills and pays the mortgage, then obviously leaving the job that they hate that pays their bills, it causes them anxiety because they're worried about like I said, the other side of happiness is fear. The happiness is here, but they're fearful of taking the step or taking the initiative to move it forward, even though they're not very happy where they are at all. And really all it's calling for is somebody to kind of get out of their own way and stop being afraid of the unknown, because I think what's on the other side of that unknown is something really good. I think so. Yeah. And the thing is that this person is not, I feel like something is being opened up. They just got to listen to their intuition. I feel like the divine is making a way for somebody. Because all tied up is in the reverse. They're not tied up. They're free to go. And the path is being opened up. They just got to listen to their intuition. They got to make a decision. They got to make a decision. I said no confidence. They got to make a decision to walk away from whatever this is. Same thing. They just got to make, look, door to spirit, angel of strength, and blossoming abundance. All they got to do is make a decision, take initiative, and walk forward. The other side of this, this abundance is the fear of getting there. Okay, I'm like, my eyes diverted to an image on the card, and I was like, I did not want to see that. My eyes went straight to the, that don't look like a penis. Okay, I'm sorry. I was like, wait, that don't look like a penis. He's naked, but the art is very vague there, but I'm like, that looks like a very strange body part. Don't ask me. I don't know why I looked at that. Because it's peeking out at me, and I'm like, that is the strangest looking penis I've ever seen. Oh. So the way they're having a real hard time going with all this person needs to do is just trust. This person does not have any faith. That's what it is. This person doesn't have any faith. So they don't really know how to go with the flow. Because they're worried that if they make this decision, it's going to turn into a shit show. And that's not really what it is. Yeah, they got to make a decision to walk away from this, whatever. There's no going back. Like, if this is a job, like we're using a job as an example, there's no going back there. Like, you're done. You're not even happy there. You just have to trust your intuition and just move forward, move away from it. Now, okay, let me grab 3 more cards so I can round out, because I'm like, initially the way that I'm looking at it, I can't see like the business work aspect of it, but I'm pulling on a little bit of relationship energy. So let me grab 3 more cards, and then we'll switch reels and talk about the relationship. Okay. This is weird. And I'm also getting on the lines of the entrepreneurial thing. This also feels like somebody the blossoming abundance is here. All somebody has to do is walk through this door, like gather the courage and strength to just make the decision and walk through it, right? But I also kind of feel like they're worried, almost like somebody worried about like if they had to do a business, because being an entrepreneur is not for it ain't for the weak at all. Let's just say that it ain't for the weak. But it almost feels like somebody who's worried about like having to put in, because sometimes when you're, depending on the business, the nature of the business, like you gotta there's got to be some output in order for you to generate income. And it almost feels like this person is kind of worried about I don't know, like having to work even more than what they do now and not necessarily earning or gaining the kind of resources that they need. Does that make sense? Like not having their needs met financially, maybe. But I'm like, blossoming abundance is out here. Okay, so let's look at a relationship because I see that too. Same thing. There's a relationship here. Maybe that there's a contract or relationship here that somebody is considering moving away from, and they need to be honest about, their intentions of leaving. There's an aspect of the relationship that may have at one point been, kind of a trip, a little bit of a nightmare for this person, but they've kind of overcome some of those issues. They are aware of kind of like the things or like the dramas that may have plagued a relationship. They are aware of, this is like the awareness of something that may have caused issues or plagued a relationship or created some type of change, but there is a new opportunity or there is a new beginning here. And somebody has to make a decision to either go towards this new beginning or stay stagnant in an energy that they don't like, okay? They don't like. But this person is also having, I don't know, it's kind of weird because this person sees something from the past. They see something from the past. This person is an energy of like looking back at the past. Looking back at the past, but in a way where like they weren't a participant in it. I don't know how to explain this. Okay, because this feels like the condition. Okay, thank you. The condition of the relationship, right? This almost feels like somebody not taking responsibility for, like there's two people in the relationship and both people have, you're both party to the relationship, but you're also both responsible for like the formation of it, like what it turns into. Like both of y'all had a hand in it, and it almost feels like this person kind of sees themselves as not being, when they look back at the past, and if there had been a little bit of a shit show here, this person's like, I didn't have anything to do with that, like putting the blame maybe on somebody else. This is an environment that is not reflective of who I am. And I feel like there's this opportunity down here where we have this new, like somebody needs to communicate, but there also is an element, this feels like the decision that somebody's making, it revolves around self-love or because this is not necessarily about giving love to someone else. This is more about like turning that back into them, like focusing that love on themselves. Okay. Now, I can see where if there had been some type of a commitment or a relationship, it feels as though just like with the work situation, it's like not enough energy had been, like not enough time, effort, and energy has really been put in to create the kind of foundation that is necessary to sustain it. And I do have it's like there's a connection here that's like really tied to like some old, outdated thought process. Like somebody made some determination, like there's a decision that's made, but the decision revolves around something like social conformity. This is the way it's always been done. This is the way it's always been done. But making a decision to end a contract, there's no reconciliation. I kind of feel like I don't feel like there's any real love here anymore. I don't know. I do feel like somebody's here prematurely, like it's like prematurely giving up on something without putting in any effort. So you want it to be established, but you're not actually putting in any real time. And then making a decision based on a past disappointment. And then making that your truth. Child, I don't know what this is. But somebody definitely is lacking in self-esteem or lacking in confidence. Lacking in confidence to make a decision to part ways from a contract. And then may want to communicate that they don't want to do it again, like they don't want to do over, they don't want to reconcile or anything like that, and they're making a decision to walk away. Okay. And then part of the lesson, again, even with the job thing, it's like I don't know, it just feels like, because these energies are solid to me. This is a weird reading. I don't know what this is. Now this could be because I have like a really strong masculine energy out here, but I also have strong feminine energy out here. I have divine feminine and divine masculine out here. They're kind of like sprinkled through the board. But this feels like a new beginning, and here's a lack of confidence. Like there is this new cycle. Okay, it feels like there's a new cycle here. Now, I hadn't considered this. I forgot this was in the reverse. Now, this also could be this witchy woman energy here. Trying to, remember I said it's like somebody needs to gather their courage so they can actually see that whatever they're out to accomplish, they can actually accomplish it. But this masculine doesn't feel confident in it. Remember when I said like there had been a weird juju energy hovering over a masculine to make him confused about like whether to stay or go, to confuse the masculine. There is a new opportunity, and there's so much abundance here on this board. Let me tell you, there is a lot of abundance on this board, but I do get a lot of like weird ass hovering confusion energy swirling around this masculine. Where it makes him very unsure about his next steps. I know you guys are going to tell me in the comments what this is, because I don't know what this is, honestly. I just don't. Let's see. Let's use this deck. See? Now we got a different layer here. Now there's an energy of somebody. There is an energy of somebody here wanting. It's just. Okay. I'm just going to read the cards. Y'all fill in the blanks and put the characters where they are. Because this feels like an energy of somebody who is transactional, who comes back to a relationship that maybe that wasn't very emotionally fulfilling, like maybe for either party. And there's somebody here who's like very like, I want to say they're lazy in their relationship. So if they're coming back kind of like with their hand out. Because they're looking for stability. They want to communicate. And they're worried about communicating. But somebody wants to come back. Who is this? But whoever this is that's coming back, they don't do nothing for it. Like, this is somebody who uses like really sweet words to communicate, but they're really full of shit. It's for the purpose of manipulation. And the reason why I've been saying, and this has been consistent, this person keeps coming back. They keep coming back onto my board, wanting to communicate, because they are wanting to come back because there's stability. There's stability where they're going, where they're trying to go to. So if you are the source of the stability, they're coming back into the picture. Again, it doesn't have to be, it could be masculine, feminine, whoever. I don't know. There's a gang of people out here. But real interesting energy, I hadn't considered this. Maybe for those of you who haven't actually gotten this communication, or may not actually get it, because there's somebody who wants to come back, and this almost feels like they're unable to come towards you. There's something preventing them from having access to you. So it could very well be because you're like super protected and you've got like a protective bubble around you. Yeah, they can't come towards you. They may not have transportation, or they have no means to get to you. So that might also be part of the protection. Like, they can't even come towards you. Yeah. It's something that's connected to your past. It's literally somebody wanting to come back in to stir the pot. What did I say yesterday? And the Queen of Swords is like, hell nah. The fuck out of here with that. Hell nah. I'm like, this feels like a couple of different stories. Well, you're doing so well. You're doing so well. Okay, this energy feels like you're doing so well. Why can't you help me? Because I'm watching you and I see that you're doing well. You're very abundant. You're independent financially. Maybe if I come in with an apology, you'll welcome me into the fold to be a part of that abundance. You got somebody here who's immature, who is, and I got all three of these pages out here: Page of Wands, Page of Cups, and Page of Swords, all underneath this Three of Pentacles. So definitely have some people here. Could be 3 people, because they're underneath the Three of Pentacles. They're scoping, they're pocket watching you. They see the independence, the financial independence of the collective. Yeah, like, let's try again. But the thing is that whoever these people are, they are connected to your past. You don't have fond memories of them. You don't have fond memories of any of them. You don't have no fond memories of these people. And if they've been doing something in secret behind your back against you, that all that's about to be illuminated. The sun and the moon are both out here. The sun is in the upright, the moon is in the reverse. 7 of Swords is also in the reverse next to this moon. So there's something about to come out, something about to be revealed about something these people have been doing behind your back. What'd I say? They've been targeting a masculine energy, trying to get him to be, it's like, yeah, I said okay. Jesus Christ. These people make me tired. So you have a practitioner or somebody here that's been doing like some kind of weird ass juju, but it's meant to affect the masculine's perception of his partner. It's meant to make him look at his partner or view his partner as being codependent and needy and all this other shit. And make him feel like, I can't do this shit anymore. Like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to be here. That's what this is. That's what this is. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, I don't love them anymore. This is interesting. Now, I also have an energy out here of somebody's been doing something over and over again. They can't do it anymore. They can't do it anymore. If they were trying to win at all costs, if they were trying, like, because I kind of see it's like everything that they've done, like if they're trying to affect a partnership or a couple, they haven't been able to succeed. They haven't been able to succeed, and as a result, somebody here, like this practitioner, because it's connected to this who this person is, would be deemed as a practitioner. It's connected to this practitioner. Whatever they've been doing repeatedly, it may result in their, like, they may end up being sick, getting sick, because they keep like throwing bad juju at you. And they could be losing their stability. They could be losing financial resources and their stability because they keep targeting you and they keep coming after you, because this is the truth. And this is the truth. This could also be a legal situation. If there's a legal situation here, somebody's gonna be very, very unhappy with the result of whatever the case is, because they may end up losing. They're gonna end up losing. Somebody here will end up losing. It's likely this Empress in the reverse. High Priestess, the bottom of the deck in the reverse. So definitely have somebody here that's trying to do juju. Yeah, like, what? Oh my god, even from the bottom of the deck, it's kind of like they've been trying to affect, like, the perception of this masculine to make him. Remember when I said earlier, I was like, somebody here needs to really think about what their 10 of Cups is. So it almost feels like what the practitioner has been doing is like almost doing magic over the masculine to not really focus on his 10 of Cups. It's weird. It's like they don't want. Okay. Now this part that I'm talking about is specific to like couples. So if you're coupled, if you're partnered with somebody, this energy almost makes it feel like they wanted this masculine to like question or second guess his 10 of Cups, what that looks like, right? They also wanted this masculine to reject you or to like turn their back on you, to not show up for you, to breadcrumb you or whatever. But the thing is that your relationship is protected. It is very balanced. It is very protected. And he appears to be very happy with you, despite, like, maybe he might not be happy at his job or something. But in terms of the relationship with you, I feel like you and your relationship are protected. Didn't expect this truth about a one-sided competition. Somebody is getting negative karma for, like, okay, you know what this feels like? This feels like somebody initiating some action to like try to destiny swap or something like that. Because they thought that they could accomplish it, but they're getting judgment for taking this action without even vetting it. Somebody they took some hasty action because they were trying to hold on to some kind of resources or something. And then there could be somebody here that's investigating, because something is happening, like some truth is coming out. There's a lie out here that somebody may be investigating. There's something here, some information that somebody's investigating, and they may want to come towards you and communicate, and somebody's worried about that. They're worried about that. I'm gonna leave those there. Like, I'm gonna leave those there. All right, where are we? 45 minutes. Very bizarre energy. I said there's somebody, okay, the magician and the devil. So definitely got some practitioner energy over here trying to distort the masculine. Trying to distort his perception and to keep him like, it's like trying to keep him attached to a negative experience. Now, okay, remember when I said before, I was like, they were attacking the feminine. They wanted the feminine to be attached to like an existence, a bad something from their past. Now this looks like practitioner, somebody doing work over the masculine to keep him tied to a negative experience from his past. It's like lies and manipulation. So that he can't discern. So that he's looking at his queen sideways. Yeah, it's like they wanted, okay, so it's almost like they wanted this masculine to reject the feminine and work with them. But somebody's moved on from the past. Someone's moved on from the past. And even though I do have this energy here of being connected to a past negative experience, somebody has already moved on from it. So maybe they didn't bank on that. Yeah, look at that. Lies. Somebody trying to win at all costs, but it was unsuccessful. Now they're on the outside because of some one-sided competition, and it resulted in the Ten of Cups in the reverse. That's not what they wanted. They took this action, and it didn't give them the result that they were looking for. So now they're feeling some kind of way because they're at some type of deficit. Remember, I said, like, when people get themselves into these crazy ass positions, you can't step in to help them, because when you step in to help them, maybe you're interrupting their karma. You jump in to help, you catch some of that. So if they're feeling at a deficit for something that they've done, they're gonna have to take those lumps. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it is what it is. All right, let's get some index cards and wrap. This reading went a bunch of different directions. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm sure you'll tell me. Okay, someone's not taking responsibility. There's a father figure out here. You could be a father. A Taurus may be significant. You could be a Taurus. Your spirit team is out here protecting you. Someone wanted to destroy your life. Someone's mask is falling off and they can no longer hide. The truth is coming out. Someone is working against you. Someone says, I'm scared. Spirit says, go have fun. Someone has no discipline. Someone is keeping secrets. You may be in the public eye. You're being seen. You have jealous family members. Someone says, can you ever forgive me? Family members are involved. So we've got some jealous family members that are involved in this situation. Someone may be trying to affect your root chakra, have you in survival mode, or somebody may be in survival mode. Somebody here is spreading gossip, lies, and rumors. A Pisces could be significant. Someone says, I stalk your socials 24/7. It could be the Pisces stalking your shit 24/7. A new cycle of abundance is here. Someone also could be trying to affect your heart chakra, or somebody's heart chakra could be compromised. There's a stepbrother out here, and someone is a liar. Somebody uses money, power, and sex for influence. The month of August may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Virgo. Someone's trying to keep you distracted. Someone specifically from your past. Someone from your past may also be using distraction magic. Could also be an aunt or an aunt's involved. Someone is afraid to be alone. Well, they're really hitting your chakras. We have the solar plexus chakra, your root chakra, and heart chakra. Okay, we have aunts and uncles out here. Somebody's angered by the fact that you walked away. Spirit will humble them all. The person that may be trying to keep you distracted could either be a Leo, a Virgo, or a Pisces. They're using this distraction magic. And a Leo or a Virgo or an uncle may be angered by the fact that you walked away. There's a loss of money and or assets. Somebody here is an agent of chaos. We have a spiteful woman. Someone is unreliable, undependable, and unemployed. Your ex may be involved. Somebody is emotionally imbalanced, can't control their emotions. You chose a new contract. There could be a foster child or foster care is significant. Lies. Somebody tells lies on the kids or about them. There's an experienced high priestess or witch. You are supported by your tribe. You have strong boundaries. And you are also an alchemist. We love it. Alright. Let's get some truth cards. Alright, if you have a question, the answer is maybe. There's empathy overload. Someone has a hidden agenda. Meditate. Weigh your options. 22, maybe a synchronicity that you've been seeing lately. 2s. Soul tribe. Someone may be returning to you. Synchronicity of 313 may be relevant. Closure is needed. Results coming. Financial improvements. We like that. Via phone. So maybe you get a phone call. Shift your focus. 1515 is out here. 15, 15, 15. I got 15 out here 3 times. Somebody's repeating the past. Romance is yours. Walk it off. 23, 23 may be significant. Or 2, 3, 3. Oh, 23 is out here 3 times. 23, 23, 23. Ask for help. Open your heart. Soulmate connection. More information needed. Positive energy. 333. 369. We have a new career path. 23 is out here now 3 times. More to come. Somebody is envious. Winter solstice may be significant. Heal money issues. More to be revealed. So we have more info needed and more to be revealed. 616 may be relevant. There's a fresh start here. Love yourself. Absolutely. Spring equinox. So winter solstice and spring equinox. I got a gang of 3s out here. So you might be seeing a lot of 3s. A lot of 2s. Last card. New lifestyle. Bottom of the deck. The time is now. Also card 11. I got 11 out here too. Alright. So let's look at the dates. We have January the 3rd out here twice. And January the 8th. February. I got a bunch of February dates. February the 3rd. February the 6th is out here twice. February the 7th. February the 15th and 16th. February the 23rd. February the 11th. February 23rd may be significant because it's out here twice. I have March the 2nd, March the 3rd, March the 15th, March the 16th, March the 13th, March 23rd, March 14th. March 23rd is out here 3 times. Then I have over here March 1st, March 3rd, March 10th, March 6th, March 8th. Actually, March 23rd is really significant because it's out here 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So March 23rd, I actually know somebody's birthday who's March 23rd. Very significant. March 17th. It's a lot of March dates. Okay, March, April. No dates in April. May. No dates in May. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to the March because I'm like, now that I'm looking, I got 3s everywhere. I'll do each. I try to go in order just so that it doesn't get confusing, but I have way too many 3s out here. So let me do section by section. So I have March the 2nd, March the 3rd, March 15th, 16th, and 23rd. Then over here I have March the 2nd, March the 13th, March 14th, and March 23rd again. And then down here I have March the 1st, March the 3rd, March the 6th, March the 10th, March the 8th, March the 9th, March 17th. No dates in April, no dates in May. June, I'm going to do the same thing. I got June 3rd, June 2nd, June 3rd. June 2nd, June 3rd. I have June 15th out here twice. June 7th. June 23rd out here twice. June 16th. June 3rd is significant because it's out here 3 times. June 10th is out here twice. June 14th. June 23rd is out here 3 times. 4 times. June 13th. June 14th. Okay. June, July. Okay, so you have July the 2nd out here twice, July 6th out here twice, July the 11th, July 23rd, July 15th out here twice. Ooh, my son's birthday is July 15th. Okay, in July. I don't have any dates in, oh, I do have dates in August. August the 1st, August the 3rd may be significant. I have it out here twice, August the 17th and August the 23rd. Then September the 3rd, September the 6th, September the 13th, 14th, and 23rd. And then October, we'll start on this side. I have October 3rd out here twice, October the 6th, October the 10th, October the 14th, October the 16th, and October the 23rd. Then I have November the 2nd, November the 7th, November the 15th is out here twice, November the 23rd, and no dates in December. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you are made aware of any new videos that I put up or the times that I choose to go live, whenever that is. Thank you guys so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, super thanks. Thank you for helping me build the platform. I appreciate all of the new subscribers, all of the new clients. I am getting a lot of new clients. It's kind of a trip that my demographics have changed because in the beginning when I was first like building the channel, majority of the people that were following me were like between the ages of 25 and 35, and now I've gotten a lot more older people, more my age and a lot older than me. So I appreciate y'all for coming here and allowing me to help guide you through this energy and to give you some clarity and to confirm some of the things that you already believe to be true, right? We all have intuition, and it's really important to discern the information that you're given. As you know, not all of the elements are going to belong to you, but some of them very well may. We're all in this together. Thank you guys so much for supporting each other in the comments, because I know these stories sound absolutely insane. I would definitely, I wouldn't go around sharing these stories with just the average person, just because they're probably going to look at you sideways like you're crazy, because some of the stuff does sound a little cuckoo, right? So just keep it between us, you know. keep it amongst friends. All right, guys, I love you. I hope you have an amazing weekend. And since I'm not working this weekend, I might just come back. I might pop on tomorrow for a live or something. I don't know. We're not really doing anything. My daughter's just going to go hang out at the mall with her friends, so I'll just be here at the house, posted up and hanging out. So maybe I'll hang out with y'all, right? All right, guys, I love you. Until next time, take care. Bye.